Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, you guys, welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. Well, I know I've been off for a few days. I did upload the catfish video on yesterday to both of my channels, and I did decide to go fishing. I said I didn't feel well on Monday or Tuesday, to tell you the truth. And so yesterday I wasn't feeling the best, but I said, well, I could feel, and I said this yesterday on the video, I can either feel bad at home or I can feel bad at the fishing bank. And actually that helped me to feel better. The excitement, I wanted to test to see how strong I was to fish, and boy, catching that doggone bullhead catfish, that tested my strength, and I did just fine with it. The spot where I fished, that's a park that I normally don't fish during the summer unless it's a cloudy day. It's actually cloudy today, but it's windy, and I knew I wasn't going 2 days in a row. And so I chose yesterday because it had rained earlier, and then it stopped like early evening, about 3 o'clock. So I got there at about 3:30 or 4, and I stayed until about 7-ish, I believe. I actually left shortly after I caught the catfish. That video that I videoed was actually 48 minutes long, and through YouTube I was able to splice it to where I just got 20 minutes of it in there, and it worked. So hopefully I can do that again in the future, because y'all know my filming is horrible, but just doing that little bit of editing, it shorted out the boring parts of it with me just sitting there fishing and stuff, and it let me get the excitement. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me catch the catfish. Well, today we're back to normal. I feel good today, and I noticed that my legs are feeling a little stronger. I'm back and forth again like I was at the beginning of this attack. And ooh, wait a minute, my wig is looking like a mop today, okay? So hey, it is what it is, okay? Anyway, it's the same back and forth stuff. And so I was thinking, am I getting better? Am I not? I know I'm getting stronger, and I know I'm getting plenty of rest. I've been doing a lot of sleeping, and it seems like the more that I sleep, the better that I feel. So I'll just be patient. I go back to the doctor. I was actually supposed to schedule follow-up appointments, but like I was telling my sister the other day, my doctor is booked out clear until October. So I said, I already have an appointment for August. So when I found out how far he's booked out, I said, scratch that. I was like, because, hey, I'm coming in August anyway. So I said, I'll wait. And if something were to get worse or concern me, I know how to go to the ER, believe me. So anyway, I haven't felt bad enough to feel that I need to go to the ER, nothing like that. Usually rest is the key for me. When I feel myself feeling bad, like that day I felt really bad, I think that was Tuesday. I took so many naps. I took like 2 or 3 naps that day, and then I fell asleep on the couch watching Flea Market Flip. I've been binge watching that lately. And then I fell asleep, and next thing I know, my eyes opened, and it was 4 a.m. right there on the couch. I was like, oops. So then I got up and I went on to bed, and then fell right back to sleep and didn't wake up until 12:30 the next day. No, that was Monday. That was on my birthday, Monday, when all that happened. So no, I wasn't feeling the best on my birthday either, but that happened, and then I woke up Tuesday morning at 4 a.m. and then went back to bed and didn't get up until 12:30 in the afternoon. And then I still felt bad all that day. That was the worst day. And then on until yesterday. And then even yesterday, I didn't wake up until like 11:30 a.m., but it was raining, because it rained like all night Tuesday. That's probably why I slept the way that I did. And then it rained up until like 3 o'clock on yesterday, which was Wednesday. Today it's supposed to rain. It hasn't yet, but it's looking bad. It's cloudy, it's windy, and it's cool. So we got a small reprieve from the heat, but it is supposed to come back full force next week. We're supposed to be in the 90s once again with a real feel of over 100. That's unusual for us here in Michigan. We'll get a few hot days in the summer, but usually it might be 1 or 2 days. And then, the next day you're back to the 80s or whatever, which is perfect weather in my opinion. But this summer, it has been like hot constantly. And then it's been rainy, all that stuff. Now, mind you, it's good for the garden, but it's hard for the human body. And then with me in this attack. So I think that's why it's taken me longer to recover. Plus, this is my first summer attack. I know I keep talking about the MS stuff, but when you're in it, okay? And, I'm just trying to keep track of everything. Okay, well, we're going to do a short tour because I have, yesterday I came out here. No, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. It's been 2 days. It was on, let's see, yesterday was Wednesday. It was actually on Monday. And I wasn't feeling the best, but it was Tuesday. I wasn't feeling good at all on Tuesday, but I came out here anyway. I said, I'm going to get some stuff done in this greenhouse. Maybe it'll help me to feel better. And it did, for a minute. And then I got real tired. And then I went in the house and took another nap. And then I recovered from that, that type of thing. But anyway, I decided it's time to prune. And so I pruned a lot of things. I'm going to show you what I pruned, and let me tell you, this stuff has pretty much kind of exploded in just 2 days. That's what my plant needed. It needed a good pruning. I pruned my tomatoes, and I'm seeing new tomatoes on the vine that I did not see 2 days ago, and I'm seeing blossoms. Because I don't think my tomatoes have done that well this year. Although I did harvest that one tomato. It was the black Russian or something. I forgot. Ukraine Russian, I believe. No, that's the war. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what it's called. Russian purple or something like that, like Cherokee purple. And it is a purple tomato. That one ripened on me. And so I picked it the other day. It's sitting on my dining room table, and it will be eaten. Probably today. And then I have some more blossoms on that same plant. And then the other one, which is called I'll tell you when we get to the plant, because I don't want to call the names wrong. And they're plants that I hadn't, varieties I've never planted before. Those were donated through the Grow Club that week. Remember, the Grow Club in Detroit brought a whole slew of plants. And so I went down and got them, and I got some tomatoes. So anyway, they're doing pretty good. My black Cherokee tomato, black cherry, it's the black cherry tomato. I forgot the name of it, but it's the one that you guys grow that you say is very good. It has finally taken off, so I think I'll get some towards the end of summer. I just hate that I missed out on the chocolate sprinkles this year, but believe me, I'm going to be planting extra seeds next year to make sure. Now, I think Sherry got her chocolate sprinkles because I gave her 2 and I kept 2, and both of mine died. And so if she gets some, I'll be able to taste them. I believe that's what she has, chocolate sprinkles. And hers were kept outside. So anyway, wait a minute, Sherry has a groundhog now. And she named him Booger Bodacious. She was like, he's worse than yours. He has eaten her collard greens. He ate all of her lettuce yesterday. So I told Sherry, get that tool out, because she stole one of my boats. And I went on and gave them to her and stuff, but gave it to her. I said, get that tool out and get that stuff covered. He's climbing onto her deck, the stairs and all. And she has seen him, and he lives at her neighbor's, and her neighbor is doing nothing to eradicate the problem. So I told her, you're gonna have to take matters into your own hands. So she called me yesterday and said, can I get your cage? I said, remember, Booger busted through that cage, so it's out of use unless you want to try it. I was like, with it being busted through, I said, it'll still work, I would assume, and then he'll be in there, but he'll be able to escape. And I told her the big one doesn't work. And I told her I'm buying another cage. Don't have to do it yet. I'm going to buy it in the winter when the price is lower, since I don't have a groundhog. Now, that was definitely Booger. We are on day 6, and there has been no peep out of that, out of his hole. We know that Booger would have forced his way out of there, or he would have dug around it after I covered that hole. So I know that was Booger out there in the street. Thank you, Jesus, for letting Booger, from taking him on home to the upper room. Whew, I tell you, he done gave me a headache. So I will be getting, can't really lift the cement, but I can have them to put, and I'm gonna just do probably 1 or 2 bags. I can get them to load it into the car, into the back seat, and then I can probably roll it onto the cart, and then just roll it and then cut it and dump it right in that hole and close it up. You know, so now I don't have to worry about doing it with Booger in there, and it will be sealed off forevermore, at least that spot. And hopefully no other groundhog will do that to me again. And so I'm gonna try to get that done. Well, the lawn people are supposed to come Saturday. In fact, I might get the stuff and see if no, I'm not gonna ask all that of them, but I can talk to them when they come Saturday and let them know. I'll show them the hole and then ask them, listen, I just can't lift the cement or whatever, and maybe they'll do it or put it in the cart, and then I can go on and just pour it down the hole, you know, or whatever. So we'll see. Nothing beats a failure but a try. I always believe in asking. And if the answer is no, I'm not upset. You know, sometimes people can't do certain things and whatnot. And if the answer is yes, I'll be happy that I asked, because I would not have, you know, if they do it, then I would not have had it done had I not asked. So there you have it. Okay, we're going to do a little tour here. And I'm going to try to be careful, because I'm noticing whenever I film on this tripod, I don't seem to catch the plant. And I be aiming it right at the plant. So I don't understand why that keeps happening. But today I'm going to try to be a little extra careful. I'm going to aim it differently, so hopefully you'll be able to see. And then I'll try to keep it zoomed out. In fact, let me do that now. Oh, it won't let me zoom out. Sometimes this camera will let me zoom out and sometimes it won't. Okay, well, you guys, Renee, I saw your sunflower. Well, Que-stead-Que is right with you, girl. I got a sunflower. And then another one is coming. So let me show it to you. And I can't see anything, so I'm just gonna hold it here. But there's the sunflower that I have thus far. And then the other ones are developing. I have 3 more coming. And hopefully I'll get some seeds this year. That's my hope and prayer. That's why I put the sunflower in here, because outside the wind always breaks the plant. And I never get sunflowers. This is the year 3. So this year I should be safe, and I should hopefully get, since the flower bloom, I should hopefully get some seeds. We'll see. Now, if you look at my potato plant here, don't it look better, you guys? I decided, because it was looking dead, and I said it's ready to harvest. Well, I added, Diana, I added your amendments to every plant, including the ones in the containers. I was like, it's not too late. I added that. I added the Epsom salt. What did I do with it? It's here somewhere. What did I do with that? Oh, here it is. I added the Epsom salt for the magnesium. I added a little bit more of muriate of potash. And I put the fish emoji in every plant, every single one. Y'all, look at here. And then I trimmed all the dead foliage off of the plants. I trimmed them, and these are still in good condition. And some of them that I trimmed, like this one here, I noticed the roots were still alive. Look at the foliage in 2 days, starting to grow back. I hope you can see that. Y'all gonna keep hearing me say that. Look at there. Foliage growing on every one of these plants. I said, I'm gonna get some potatoes after all. And if I don't, like I said, I won't be upset, but being able to save them by just cutting the foliage, pruning, and doing that, they have come right back to life. So now would be the time, you know, because I thought it was time to harvest them. And although these are early potatoes, they're staying in there until they do die. But they're doing good. I will be giving the fish emoji once a week to keep them going. And hopefully that magnesium and the little dose of muriate of potash will get those potatoes bigger, because y'all know I did the test harvest. My kohlrabi, look at there. They are doing excellent. And I have a third one on this other table I'll show you. It's doing excellent also. Now, I've trimmed all the tomato plants, and I actually have, see back there, I hope you can see it. In fact, let me put my finger there. I have a tomato, if you look at my finger right there, and I have blossoms right here, down here, and all that is just since I trimmed it on Tuesday. And then we're gonna go over here. This is the only one that hasn't done anything, but I trimmed it too, so maybe it'll start doing something. I still don't think my tomatoes have done as good. Now this is the one I harvested from, and it is called the, hold on. It's called Ukraine Purple. I called it the Russian Ukraine. I'm sorry, but it's called the Ukraine Purple. And then this one has started flowering. It's the Black Cream. So this one has flowers. I can't find them right now. So, and then look at this right here. Just since the other day, right there, that developed after I cut all the foliage at the bottom. Per the instructions of M.I. Gardner. There's some right there. And then look at the black cherry right here. So it's, and then I have foliage down there on that other one, that other cherry tomato. So I'm just very pleased. And I did not refertilize. I did add some fish emoji to every plant in here. Every last one of them. I added some fish emoji. And so I think that really helped with the plants. I took one of my other squashes outside because it was a yellow squash plant. I noticed that both of my squash plants are zucchinis, and we're going to look at that in a minute. Now these, I found 2 more pepper plants, so I just stuck them in this table where the old pepper plants so I have 4 plants now, and look at there, y'all. Every last one of them went to bloom. I think this table was just overcrowded with peppers, and it was taking too much energy. So now we have these 4 here, and they are doing wonderful. Every one of them have peppers. And wait till you see the pepper plants outside. So my operation Save the Peppers was a total success. Okay, now I took my non-bloomed green beans, and look, now they're blooming. I put them here in this table, and they're looking mighty messed up. I'm gonna get them straightened up later. So, cause they were so stressed when I moved them. So they're starting to bounce back now in this table. So I'll get them straightened out. Few died over there. I don't think I got those planted. And then the one that was bloomed, this one, it now starting to produce green beans just since the other day, once again. So as you can see, I have green beans there. I saw a lot of them. Some more on the other side and more blooms. But I still need to get this mess cleaned up because it's looking mighty bad over here, the green beans. But now these green beans are looking good. They're bloomed. Because we have 1, 2, 3. We've got like 4 containers of green beans in here. And then y'all know I planted some new ones, those contender beans, out in the table. And we have to check that out. I haven't checked that today. I have to go to the table. But we have plenty of blooms. So the green beans will be coming through. I trimmed these potatoes too. Remember, these were looking mighty dead. And so I trimmed these. So they're bounced back. Those, I trimmed those. Those are the late ones. And like I said, I hit them all with fish emoji. Look at the French tarragon. It is growing once again. It's starting to spread across this thing. And yeah, it's full of hay because the hay thing fell down when I grabbed some for the potatoes, and they fell right on the French tarragon. So there's hay in there. But anyway, that hasn't stopped it from growing. Mr. Tumbleweed will be, I'm getting rid of this when I get my new tumbleweed, y'all. Even the greens are growing now. So I hope these leaves get a little bigger, because last year my leaves were huge. I think I ended up putting too much nitrogen in these plants. Next year I won't do that because the leaves aren't getting big, but the plants have shot up. Same with the squash, if you noticed. Okay. The ground cherries got moved. Ooh, and here's a ripe one right here. Let's get that one. But as you can see, some have fallen in there. So I need to get those out. And I'm full of blossoms and full of more ground cherries. Okay. The Piper nigrum, Renee. I guess that leaf wasn't dying after all. He was just trying to open up. So both of them have opened up and they're doing good. And I haven't forgotten, it's 70 degrees in here. So y'all know it's a cool day. Anytime it's 70 in the greenhouse, it's 60 something outside. So yeah, Renee, I haven't forgotten. Next Friday, when I replenish the funds, because I'm broke, I'll be going to Myers because they have the big packages of the cocoa core for like $5. So I'm gonna be getting both of us one. So when we need it in the future, depending on what these pepper plants do, we'll have it. It'll be here. So that's going to be next week because Myers have already started their clearing of the summer stuff. They got all the back to school back there now. So hopefully they still have that cocoa core. I'm thinking they do because it was a week ago when I saw it. And then there's the other kohlrabi back there. So I'm very pleased. Now let's go on outside, y'all. And then we're going to end this. I shall return. Ooh, this yard, it needs cutting, don't it? Okay, I made a pit stop here at the Keyhole Garden. Y'all, I harvested, ooh, and I have more ripe blueberries on both plants, so let me get them now. I'm not wasting time because of the birds. Tool or no tool, I just walked up into the garden. I harvested at least, ooh, and I even have blueberries on the ground. I'm getting those too. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. I can wash. Here's one, 2, 3, and I have new ones coming too. 4, 5. I harvested at least 100 of them the other day. See, this is 10 right here. 11. Here's one. 12. Look at there. Ooh, 13. And talk about good and sweet. 14. And there's probably a few more on there. Let's get these off of this other one. This is the one Sherry bought me last year. So second year harvest. These aren't quite ready. And I forgot the variety of those. So we'll wait on those. I'll give those a couple of more days. But yeah, anytime I see a blueberry, oh, there's another. Oh, I see like some more. Here's one, 15. Ooh. 16. This one's ready, 17. So I done got just about 20 more today. Ooh, but I got so many off. But you can look and tell there's more. See these new ones forming? So my assumption is that they're ever bearing. Once they bloom, they keep going. But these right here, they're not quite ready. Right there, and it's just 2 of them, but I have a cluster over here, and there's more coming in on this one too. Drop the blueberries in my bag here. Okay, and next year I should get honeyberries. This one bloomed really well. Mrs. Honeyberry, Mrs. Key, didn't bloom this year, but she took off this year, so she's still short. But and look at the borage, y'all. Look at the borage. And then I have that marshmallow plant out there too. Okay, let's come on over here. Raspberries didn't do anything this year. I didn't do nothing to it. I watered it a couple of times. Booger's Hole, it still looks just the way I left it. Okay. I've got the wrong eggplant. This one is Little Fingers, and I bought these at Pelly's. These aren't the ones I started. The one I started is in the table. This is a big eggplant. It's not a Little Fingers, that's for sure. And it says I think it says Little Fingers. Oh no, wait a minute, maybe I did buy the wrong thing. Yep, classic eggplant. Oops. Well, hey, eggplant is eggplant. This is the squash I brought out today, and as you can see, it's stressed. It can do whatever. This is experimental, but it is a yellow squash, so hopefully it'll come back. We'll see. Okay, look at this. I cut the leaves the other day so that the bees can get in there to pollinate and the butterflies. And this thing, it has just went wild. And I need to cut the leaves some more. It rained and that just really exploded it overnight. I have some female cucumbers. There's one right there. I'm putting the camera dead on it. Make sure y'all see that one. I've got a few more in there too. And this is the Ashley cucumber plant. I have some at the top. There's one right there. Right there. I think I counted like 4 or 5 on this plant. And I also have some cauliflower. I mean, not cauliflower. Some, what you call it? Cantaloupe. Yep. Nothing has bothered anything either. The patty pan, they recovered after being moved. Okay, now on to the peppers. Look, wait. I gotta put everything down because I want to make sure I point this out and y'all see. Look at what has happened. This right here, these are plants that were almost dead. See all these peppers and the blooms right there. Every one of these plants just exploded after I brought them out. This one right here, look at that. They needed to be brought out and they needed more space. And this table is very well amended. See the blossom here? My finger is on it. And look at there. There's a pepper. Here's a pepper. These are orange shishitos, you guys. There's a pepper. Y'all will not believe this. You see where I'm at, right? Why? Because I did the whole outside garden tour, picked blueberries, did all this stuff because I ended up getting like 100 and something blueberries the other day. And then I picked 20 more today out there. And then I showed all the plants out there, showed the potato bed. We gonna look at those peppers again because, let's see. Then I came in here because I felt like my legs were about to give way, but they're recovered now. Hold on. We going back out there. I had just did like a whole 15 minutes of running my mouth and sat here, was ending the video and saw that it was on pause. Oops. Hold on, y'all. We won't do the whole tour. Just know the potato bed, I was just saying, I'm going to be adding 2 bags of soil this weekend while we're on hiatus from the heat. That'll be the best time to do it. And then I showed Booger's hole. It's been 5-6 days now. Nothing. No change whatsoever. So I know that was him who was sent to the other room. I was talking about my eggplant. When I bought this at Pelly's, I thought I was buying Little Fingers. I was buying regular traditional eggplant, so oh well. But I do have my Little Fingers eggplant. I brought this out of the greenhouse today, and as you can see, it's stressed. But that's okay. Whatever it does, it does. But this is a yellow one because I found out this is a zucchini. I thought it was a yellow eggplant. Apparently not. Then, of course, I have my patty pan. I was also showing y'all I have cucumbers coming. You can see I've got one right there. There's one way up here. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right there. I've got like 4 or 5 females coming, and there's been plenty of bees and butterflies over here, so I'm quite sure they've probably been pollinated, so we shall see. And I have a cantaloupe on the cantaloupe plant. Oh, here's one right here too. 2 of them actually. So when I start seeing cucumbers, I'll just grab them. Okay, The patty pans are doing good. But yes, y'all, my peppers have exploded. I don't know if y'all can see this right here. See where my hand is? Peppers all over the place. They're just all over. On this, I staked them. I hope the staking doesn't kill them, but I had to because they were falling over. There's one pepper right there. And these are orange shishitos. Two right here. We have one over here. That's 3. There's 4. We have blooms. We have other peppers developing. I counted 6 on this plant alone. 6 orange shishitos. And my little fingers eggplant is doing good, so I should get some. Oh, look at here. I just noticed this, y'all. Look. Okay, I got a little fingers coming. Y'all, I need my butt whooped. Look at there, y'all. Look at here. And this is just since I moved this over here last week. My Aju du Soleil, I have 2 dead leaves here, but it's doing really good at the top. And the other peppers are doing good. And y'all saw my peppers in the greenhouse, so I will get peppers. And I will supplement, you know, because I told y'all I want to get, my sweet bananas are doing good in there, but I'm getting sweet bananas from the place because I want to do a whole pint of sweet banana pepper powder. And that's my actual favorite pepper. And I love the red Italian peppers too. I want to do a full thing of that too, a pint of that. And then the rest will just be mixed. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this zucchini. And then we will end this. There he is. He got pollinated. See it? Right there where you see that, the top of that flower. My zucchini is growing, so I'm going to get this. Oh, there's another one in there. It's down over on this side. So I'm going to get this plant pruned again because I just pruned it like 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to prune it again so that those, so that when the next female plant come in, next female flower come in, I will get some more zucchini. I would go over to the potato bed, but nope. Alrighty, back in the house. Okay, now I can end the video because I had no idea that I had messed around and left the doggone thing on pause. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna end this. How many minutes are we at? Wait, hold on. Ooh, 32. Okay, let me get off of here, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. And I'm happy that the garden, my thing is going down. I am happy that the garden is finally flourishing and doing well. I went from pity party a week ago to just happy. Why do I look swollen? Well, maybe because I am. But anyway, let me get off of here and I will talk to you guys later. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye.